The opinions expressed in the video you're about to watch are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Christopher Hughes for BoatTEST.com, and today we're going to conduct a full test and review on the Key Largo 1800cc. On the back, latest in four-stroke technology, the Mercury 115. Let's get her on the water, see how she performs.
We'll start off by testing her performance. This Key Largo 1800cc has a length overall of 17 feet 10 inches and a beam of 7 feet 6 inches, measurements that make her quite easily transported on her included trailer. With an empty weight of 2,200 pounds, 2 people and 17 gallons of fuel on board, we had a test weight of approximately 2,312 pounds. With a Mercury 4-stroke 115 turning a 13-inch diameter, 17-pitch, 3-bladed aluminum prop, we reached an average top speed of 37.7 miles per hour at 6,000 RPM, while burning 11 gallons per hour. This gave us a range of 108 statute miles. Dial back to our most economical speed of 19.2 miles per hour at 4,000 RPM, she was burning 3.8 gallons per hour. That increased our range to 159 statute miles, all calculated with a 10% reserve. She accelerates at a comfortable rate, reaching planing speed in an average of 4.1 seconds. Her time from 0 to 30 miles per hour averaged 16.6 seconds. Overall, her handling was relatively smooth. Turns were a little soft at all speeds, but she was able to come around in just about 3 boat lengths at cruise. Test day was intermittent with winds and rain showers, and she handled the light chop that came up, as expected for a boat of this size. When it's time to head back to the dock, I found the maneuverability to be easy and predictable. Her low-speed maneuvering around the dock was crisp and responsive. She has a high freeboard at 28 inches midships, and that, coupled with a wide flare to her bow, contribute to her being able to venture out of protected inlets into coastal fishing realm. This also bodes well for those who plan on trailering. Now let's take a look at some of her operational features. We'll start with the battery access, which is under the aft jump seat. We'd like to see the addition of a battery switch. This is also the location of the fuel filters, so we're happy that it's easily accessed. The hinge seat hatches are fabricated from king starboard, and cushions are secured to the tops with snaps. Key Largo went with the optional 4-stroke 115 horsepower outboard for our test boat. For mounting geometry, the transom is 20 inches and the distance to the forward engine well bulkhead is 13 inches. The engine is able to tilt completely out of the water thanks to the 7-inch height of the forward bulkhead. The Mercury engine controls allow for precise incremental adjustments with no wandering. Only 2 gauges are available and they give readouts for RPM and fuel. The stainless wheel is actually at an optimal angle as I found it comfortable from both the seated and standing positions. I would like to see the ignition mounted higher on the panel out of the knee strike zone. Rocker switches all have circuit breakers just above, but there's no horn installed. The storage inside the console is accessed from a hatch under the helm station. The cockpit is self-bailing through a pair of 1-inch deck drains that lead to the engine well and then overboard. It certainly wouldn't hurt for these to be a little larger. At the bow, a pair of 6-inch cleats to either side serves both tying up at the dock and securing the ground tackle equally well. I was also happy to see that Key Largo included an anchor storage compartment in the elevated bow deck, making it easy to use and access for those who are big on bottom fishing. Recesses are molded into the compartment to accommodate the anchor stock. Again, the hatch is fabricated from king starboard. There are 8 rod holders, 4 each on the side of the console, and 2 more are mounted to the 5-inch wide non-skid cap rails for trolling. There is also the usual undergunnel rod storage to port and starboard. To stern and port, there's room for storage in a 13-inch deep compartment, and this space is also where the raw water washdown pump is mounted, one of the most convenient features in any fishing boat. A Humminbird fish finder was mounted at the top of the panel. Certainly, any additional electronics would have to be mounted this way, as there's not a lot of open real estate for flush mounting. At the bow, there's an elevated casting platform with 2 compartments underneath. The forward compartment is storage 13 inches deep. The aft compartment is an insulated, self-draining fish box measuring 41 inches across. Both of these compartments are guttered to channel water away and to the deck drains at the stern. A live well is located under the seat just ahead of the center console. The helm seat is reversible, so we can relax while watching the spread. Moving to family comfort, the addition of a bow cushion adds a great place to relax and soak up some rays. We'd add a backrest cushion, but a throwable flotation cushion would work just as well. A seat ahead of the console makes a nice place to ride and could use some grab handles to the sides. The double-wide helm seat is positioned at a height that should be comfortable for a captain of most any size. There are also a pair of cushioned seats located aft to port and starboard. The 1800 is equipped with a stereo, as we all like some tunes on the water. The cover does limit the access just a bit. In my opinion, the Key Largo 1800cc is a fine entry-level choice for those starting out and looking for a center console that combines fishing and family features at a reasonable price point. That's my full test and review of the Key Largo 1800 center console. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Christopher Hughes.